Hello friends, most welcome to eCivil Tech. In this video, we are going to learn about local axis and the global axis. In this video, we are going to take help of the StatPro software to make you understand the difference between the local axis and the global axis. But the concept is going to be same for the ETABS as well and all other structural software. So let's begin the video. Now you can see this beautiful model, our 15-meter high ground-based tower. Here at the bottom corner, you can see the 3D coordinate axis. Okay, Y is the vertical axis, X and Z are in plan. These are two horizontal axes. These coordinates are called as global axis. So this is the coordinate which STAT follows. Y is vertical axis and X and Z are in plan. Now hold shift button on your keyboard and press O. Now you can see these are the local axis of every individual member. Okay, now it is completely mess. You are not able to see clearly. So what I will do is I will make visible only the back panel. To do that, I will go to view, okay, and I will choose top view. Scroll down to zoom out. I will select the back panel only. Then I will click on isometric view. Then click on show selected object. Okay, now you can see only the selected object are visible. Don't worry, nothing is deleted, only we are hiding the front panel to understand it more easily. Okay, now holding shift button I will press I. You can see over here that 3 arrows are visible now. It is origin. Now you can see the origin XYZ over here, and now I will hide this support because this support is hindering the visibility of the origin. To hide the support, I will press S holding shift button, shift S. Now you can see the support is hidden. It is actually there, but it is just not visible, so that we can easily see our this origin. Now here you can see X axis is in blue color, Y axis is in red color and Z axis is in green color. Now look at this member. This X axis is along the member, along the axis of the member. Here also you can see for this member, this blue arrow is along the axis. Here also you can see this blue arrow is along the axis of the member. It is along the length of the member. So these are the local axis of each and every individual member. So what's the benefit of this local axis? These are the two benefits. One, you can apply the load in the direction of the local axis. Second, you can check the forces coming on the member in the direction of the local axis. Let me explain you this. Now look at this member, this vertical member. If I want to apply a load, horizontal load, then I can use two methods. One, I can use global axis, other I can use the local axis. Now let me show you. I will go to the loading, here loading. Let me zoom by scrolling up. I will apply a temporary load and later I will delete that load. I am just showing you. Now here I will choose this self weight for the time being. Here I will click add, and now I will come to member load. Okay, member load, and here I will choose concentrated force. Now let me choose a load of 5 kilonewton. I will type 5 kilonewton over here. Now I will choose global x-axis over here. Okay, and I will say add. I will close it. Okay, now let me apply this load on this member. I will select, use cursor to assign. No, I will choose assign to selected beam and assign. Yes, now you can see this load is assigned in global x direction. Now let me apply the same load on this member also, on this inclined member also. Okay, and I will choose assign to selected beam. See here, this particular load is assigned on this member and this member. Now you can see both the loads are in horizontal direction. Now what if I want to apply a load along the axis of selected diagonal member? Then it is not possible using any global axis, as the axis of this member is not along any of the global axis. So we can apply load along the axis of the member by using local axis of the member. Let me show you how you can do it. Double click on this load which we have applied. Now here we can see we had applied global axis, that we have to change to X global axis, because this blue arrow is showing the axis along the along the length of the member. So we want to apply the load along the axis of this member. So we have chosen this X local. and now change. Here we will click on change. Now we can see the direction of the load is changed along the axis of this member. So this was not possible using any of these global axes. I can show you. If I will choose this GY, then it is in the vertical direction. If I am choosing GX, it is in this Z direction, and if I am choosing X, then it is in X direction. But none of these global axis is along the axis of this member. So if I want to apply a load along the axis of this member, then I will have to choose this X local axis. Similarly, we can use this local Y axis and Z axis to apply a load along the perpendicular direction of the member. Okay, so this is the local axis. This is the benefit of the local axis while applying the load on the member. I will close this. Similarly, after analysis, the software will give us how much load is coming on each and every member. So for this member, if software is giving load coming on this member in the direction of global axis, then it will be useless for us. We cannot design any member having loads in the global axis. So whatever the stresses, whatever the forces coming on the member, it should be in the direction of its member, so that we can easily design it. Either compressive force, either tensile force, it should be in the direction of this member. So while taking the output from the software, it should be in the direction of the member. So again, here the local axis will be beneficial for us. So these are the two benefits of the local axis and the global axis. Just to give you more clarity, this is STAAD global axis, Y is vertical, XY is in plane, and in STAAD we can choose our vertical axis as Y or as Z. When you choose global axis as Y direction, then your local axis, X axis will be along the member, and Y will be along the major axis, and Z will be along the minor axis. Similarly, when you choose Z up, your X axis will be along the member, Z axis will be along the major axis, and Y axis will be along the minor axis. And as per our IS code, X axis will be along the axis of the member, Y axis will be major axis, and Z axis will be minor axis. So you can see, when we keep Y up, the local axis representation of IS 800 and STAAD Pro are same. So I recommend to keep Y up only, and by default in STAAD Pro the Y will be up, but you can make Z up in the STAAD Pro, but it is not required. So this is all about the local axis and global axis. Thank you for watching, and if you are new to our channel, please subscribe our channel, like the video and share with your friends. Thank you. We'll meet you next video. Bye bye.